Join the show now. Everyone can see and hear you.
Okay, so we are now live on YouTube, and my name is Owusu Atakra. And today, the topic for our discussion is, or what we are going to learn today, is introduction to consulting. Now, I'm here with Dr. Amakri, and my question to viewers is that do you possess the consulting skills that make clients to hire you? How do you know you possess those skills? These and many questions more that we're going to provide answers to. So I entreat everyone to stay tuned to this program till the end, and you will have all your questions answered. You can also post us some questions as you view us on YouTube. You can take part by posting questions, and we will provide you answers. Like I said, I'm here with Dr. Amakri. Once again, my name is Owusu Atakra, and one of the members, or should I say, co-founders of Skills Pro. And I have Dr. Amakri here as the main owner of Skills Pro. He is joining me here for the discussion on consulting basics or introduction to consulting. Dr. Amakri, you are welcome.
Thank you very much, Owusu. Uh, Mr. Owusu, you are getting better at it. Last time, I think we were on Facebook. This time is
YouTube today.
YouTube, yes, our very famous YouTube. I say you're getting better because even the questions that you are posing are based on knowledge of consulting that you display. I am really amazed in a short time how much you have picked up. We're going to talk about consulting basics and some of the questions that you've already raised. How do you know? How can you demonstrate to clients that you can be hired to provide solutions to their problems? As we said last time, a consultant is an expert who provides answers or solutions to the problems that face business owners, the entrepreneurs. As we said earlier, entrepreneurs, especially at the startup stage and at the SME stage, when they are still small, they tend to be jack of all trades. They are payroll, they do training, they do hiring, they do everything. They are responsible for operations. Now, it's clear, with the best will in the world, one person, the founder, cannot be the best at all these things, yet they have to be. That is why I warned anyone who wanted to go into business, be ready. You will work harder than you did when you were someone else's employee. So basically, the entrepreneur is faced with a myriad of problems that he does not necessarily have the answers to. He is responsible, or he or she is responsible for new product development, capturing a bigger market share, keeping your customers happy, everything, as you know. It's later on you begin to hire people who will do these things for you. Therefore, in the meantime, you need someone who will hold your hands, who will work with you in solving some of the other problems, and you will be solely responsible for getting the operations off the ground, getting things going. So a consultant is someone who gives you answers. In order to be a consultant or a good one, you'll have to, and this is the question that Owusu, that you asked earlier. How would you know? Because you have a master's in business administration, you have an MBA. That tells the world that you are an expert in business. In fact, it is the go-to qualification for people who studied anything other than business for their first degrees. But to be recognized as a consultant, you need much more. You will need effective communication skills beyond normal. You will have to inspire the confidence of the chief executive. You know how tough and entrepreneurs are. I think they are one of the toughest nuts you can crack, because if they were not, they wouldn't be pursuing business as the business owner, not working for someone. So in order to work with someone like that, who is very knowledgeable, very confident, very upfront, and able to run their own business, you need to display effective communication. You need to have emotional intelligence. You need to be trusted. That is why I have mentioned that consulting is an industry that has its own code of ethics. The ethics of the profession does not allow you to have conflict of interest. You have to be to have integrity. You have to be able to write reports. You have to know what the marketing experts in the top universities have found about business, and so on and so forth. But basically, you have to find it in yourself to self-identify as a consultant. In order to be a consultant, you have to be a consultant. As I said, with the medical profession, for example, a consultant is someone whom others trust for a second opinion.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Doctor, in your explanation of who a consultant is, I like all the words that you use there, all the variables that you use. For example, you said solution, someone who provides solution. Well, there is this, or they say this, people say this, business owners, or what we call clients in some circumstances, they want directions or they want solutions. They want solutions. They are interested in directions and solutions. How true is this, doctor? Although I've got some questions, but how true is this saying that business owners always want directions or solutions?
Well, business owners run their own businesses. They are experts in their businesses. They know the ins and outs. They know the client's needs. They are the boss. However, because they have to do so many things, they have to wear the cap of HR, they have to be training manager, sometimes they are in operations, the next day they are doing payroll, the next day they are running around worrying about compliance, and so forth and so forth. The entrepreneur has a range of problems, but when the entrepreneur identifies one of those problems and seeks answers, usually they already know what they want to do. They have a hunch about what is the right thing to do, but they want an expert who would agree with them, who would present a report to the board of directors, who would even sometimes talk to the change owners, the managers, the employees inside the company, to let them see what the solution to the problem is. Basically, what I'm saying is, in order to work as a consultant, one needs to be able to be trusted to provide the solutions. And we kept saying solution. It's not only one. Nearly always, the chief executive that you are advising as a consultant would like a range of solutions, out of which you will help to pick the best. In some cases, you will present a range of problems, of solutions, and the chief executive will have to go through them carefully and pick the best. Like I said before, the responsibility for the solution lies with the entrepreneur. That is the nature of consulting. You will take a back seat when it comes to deciding what to do, whereas you would be in front advising and introducing and analyzing, identifying the landmarks within which your solutions can be applied. Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor, for the clarification here and the way the questions have been explained. Thank you very much. You mentioned communication skills here, but that one I want us to treat it as as a topic on its own next time when we meet here, because it's an interesting interesting variable here or topic here. And I know communication, it's very, very important in everything that we do,
Yeah.
everything. And there is even a saying that if you want to get richer, be a good communicator. And I really believe in that. So we shall treat this particular topic on its own, effective communication on its own, maybe next time when we meet. Doc, I've got some other questions here. Actually, you've already answered me who a consultant is and what is consultancy. So I'm glad with that and happy to move forward to the next question. How do someone, start as an independent consultant?
Thank you very much. In fact, Mr. Owusu, you've just added one adjective to the word consultant: independent.
Yes.
Now, I have not used that word because it is taken for granted that the consultant is independent. It's, in fact, one of the things in the ethics of the profession. You are required to be absolutely independent, no bias. You can recognize bias from miles if you're a good consultant. So we will treat, I agree with you that communication, effective communication, requires a whole session for us to discuss and understand what it is.
Yeah.
But suffice it for now to say that the tools, one of the tools of the trade of consulting is communication.
Yeah.
That is why it would be good if a consultant has already done what he's consulting on. In other words, you will be talking about something you know everything about. Also, it is necessary for communication, for the subject matter to be well understood on both sides. Now, a consultant would be a wordsmith, someone who is able at all times to use more than one word to describe anything.
Okay.
So you say something, and then you say, in other words. I'm sure you know that way of speaking.
Yeah.
In other words, having said that, we are going to look at the implications of what is going on. So, yes, communication is one of the tools of the trade of consulting. You have to get yourself understood, because it's so easy to be misunderstood that you really can't afford to. In writing or in speaking, you will have to be a master of communication, receiving as well as giving. Information can be received. So a good consultant would not just speak like a coach, a good coach. You listen, and the entrepreneur who is talking to you or who is presenting the problem, they are watching your body language, and they know. In fact, they themselves are potential consultants. So they know when you are communicating and when you are not. So yes, it is a subject that we need to discuss. And I want to point out at this point that in one of our 10-week program for this course that we are intending to run, one of them would be on communication, written and verbal communication. Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor. I think you just said something here that caught my attention about a good consultant, who a good consultant is. You just said that a good consultant should listen. And, I've come across this, that you said experienced consultants talk less and listen more. So actually, when you said it, that, just, came back to memory. Like, oh, yes, you've really hammered the point, because I've come across this in books, and I've heard people saying so that good consultants, they talk less and listen more. So you've really, hit the nail on the head, and it's just on point. Thank you, Doctor. I'm glad to hear that, and I think our viewers are also, uh, getting what they are looking for. Some of the questions that I have here, maybe they have the same questions, which is bothering them. And when I put across, I think they also benefit from the answers you give. And I'm glad and happy with those answers, Doctor. So going forward, the next thing is that I want to find out is, okay, now let's say, Doctor, I have, for example, let me use myself as an example. I've worked in the teaching industry. I'm a lecturer. I'm let's say, engineering trainer, or let me say a coach,
Yeah.
and I want to monetize my expertise by entering into consulting. Perhaps I'm tired of this 9 to 5 routine, or in some countries, 8 to 4 routine. How do I monetize my expertise?
Thank you very much. This is a very important topic, and we're going to really look at it very, very dispassionately. Now, you don't even have to be tired of your current employment. You need an income stream other than your salary. That is the bottom line.
Okay.
As you know, and I'm sure, but in anyone who is in their 50s, 40s and 50s would know that as you rose, your salary increased, but your problems, the things that you buy, the lifestyle you want to live also increase. So at any given time, you are just about running even. That means what is coming in at the end of the month is exactly what's going out. Sometimes it's even worse. What's going out is more, so you have an overdraft. Now, it's not, I'm sure you're not going to be surprised if I tell you that in business, what you are selling, whatever it is better than working for someone.
Yeah.
Can I also tell you that you get paid far less than you are worth? And that goes for anybody. The entrepreneur or the principal or the chief executive pays you less than what you are worth. So you don't have to get tired of the current work. You need a side hustle.
Yeah.
You need an income stream. You need to keep your job until the business gets to a point where you can no longer do the two. That is why we are hoping to do our courses only on Saturdays, to enable people keep their jobs and start their consulting career and their business, so that at any given time, they are getting more than just the salary. At a later stage, they can get the benefits of self-employment solely. And I can tell you that is better than any job can give you. So in a way, the answer to the question is that you need an income stream from your business. And if you don't have any now, you should be thinking about it. Nobody in their 50s, having accumulated so much knowledge and experience and having so many gifts and talents that's God given, and having then identified a passion, something they will do even if the money wasn't there, but they just love doing it, then that is what I call the business. That's what I call you consult in that area that you are so passionate about that the whole world sees it and pays you what you are worth, more than any employer can pay you.
Thank you, Doctor. So, in a nutshell, I think the whole thing here is if you have the expertise, if you have worked for some time, and for example, you are in your 40s, late 40s, 50s, then that expertise can come into play. That can bring you some extra income, and that's what Doctor called side hustle, or something that you can do to bring in extra income. So far, well, if you want to monetize your expertise, there isn't any special time for you to start it. According to Doctor, you can start at any time, but then too, you need some skills, and this is why we are here. And you can contact Dr. Amakri. Now, we've also.
Can I just say something, Owusu?
Yes, please.
The best time to start a business is now.
Okay.
Today.
Good.
In order for any procrastination and delays and fears and the desire to do what we call your safe zone, to remain in your comfort zone, it is now. Start doing something now. Even if you do it for very little money, knowing that you can increase later. But
when you get noticed.
get it going now. Begin to understand it. Begin to talk the talk and walk the walk now, while you are still in the current job. And then let go of the current job when this is more than a handful. Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor. So you don't have to give up. You don't have to give up your present job. Start gradually alongside a present job. And when this kicks off into maybe third, fourth gear, then you can, sit down and analyze and say, should I jump into this or still keep having this side by side? It becomes your sole, decision that you have to take. And then,
okay, basically what I'm saying, and I want to quickly summarize it.
Okay.
Keep your present job. Luckily, your present job is defined 9 to 5. Luckily,
yeah.
But a business is not 9 to 5.
No.
In fact, it's your social hours, when you should be with the children, when you should be with the wife, when you should be watching the news. You tell yourself, I'm going to do it. I'm going to learn it. I'm going to talk it. I'm going to discuss it with Dr. Amakri. I'm going to discuss it with Mr. Usu. I'm going to talk anything other than the 9 to 5. Therefore, now is the time to do it. On Saturdays, luckily, most people don't work on Saturdays and Sundays. Is that not a great invention that our regular jobs are done 9 to 5, whereas our side hustle can be done anytime, especially nowadays online. Nowadays, many things can be done without face-to-face meeting. So now is the time to start your own business. And in this course, Skills Pro will enable you to start your own business. We will keep talking about it. We'll keep addressing this issue until you do. We'll keep nagging until you do, because it will be in your interest and in our interest as well, because we make a little bit out of what you make. If you succeed, then we succeed.
Thank you, Doctor. I think I was going to ask this question. How do I start my own consulting business? What would I need to start a consulting business? Maybe the equipment. Would I need any big office? Would I need some equipment to start a consulting business or anything like that? You've partially probably entered into that already, but I would, again, indulge in your... I will ask you honorably to, answer this question for me.
Thank you very much, Mr. Uzu. This subject is very, very interesting. Consulting is in the knowledge industry. There is no equipment. There is nothing to put before. Perhaps, yes, there is knowledge. You have to know everything there is about the subject you are consulting in. You have to have done it or read about it or qualified in it. You have to have the communication skills. You have to know how to research it, to dream it, to speak it, and do everything about it before you start. In other words, by the time you open your mouth to talk about it, even the entrepreneur, the most hardened entrepreneur, will recognize that you are talking serious business that you understand. So two things are necessary. Identify your passion, because there's nothing more difficult than talking about anything that you are not passionate about. But once you've identified it, then learn from Skills Pro how to consult to others in it, how to tell others the pitfalls, the things not to do, and of course, how to do it even better. I have seen people go from 10,000 units to 1,000,000 units a year, units of production, just by looking at what exactly they are doing, just by using a consultant who is able to analyze the issue. I have seen someone in the care industry, for example, go from one home, 2 homes, 3 homes, and 7 homes by implementing basic things. But they stay in the same industry where they started. Basically, what I'm saying is to monetize consulting, you need to be a player yourself. You need to be producing something. You need to be doing something. If your business is to actually train others, that is something you're doing as well. Basically, what I'm saying is you can monetize it. You can monetize all your 50 years of experience in life. You can start to make money out of it. You set up shop and people will be queuing outside your shop to talk to you how you do it or how they can do it better than they did last year, how to improve their bottom line, how to solve their high turnover, staff turnover problems. So they have most people come in and stay in the company, not come today, go tomorrow. Okay, so basically, you need to be you need to yourself stop being an employee or start thinking that you can be an employer. To do it properly and in a short time, you need the services of a consultant to work with you.
Thank you, Doctor. If I did catch what you just said, but there are some elements in it that really interest me a lot. Like you mentioned, observe, analyze, and I think observe, analyze, and provide solution. In just the last statement that the last explanation that you made, which is very, very, I deem that one as very critical part of consulting, because the moment you get in there, what you have to do is to be a good observer, to be a good person who can analyze, a good analyzer, and just provide solutions. Just like I asked earlier on, that I think it came back to my question that, or the saying that business owners or clients always want directions. They are direction focused, they want solutions. So as a consultant, I think when you are called in, what you have to do is to observe, analyze the situation, and provide solutions. Just like you said, from 10 unit, or let me say 10,000 units of production to 1,000,000 units of production. How did that one happen? I think that one happened because they called in an expert who actually have acquired, that expertise over the years. The person went in with an outsider's view, not an insider's view. The person didn't probably go in with any interest in the company. All that he went in to do is to provide an outsider's view studied the whole situation, analyzed the situation, pointed to them, do this, and this will increase the production to 1 million. And I think
Thank
that
you.
happened. And I'm
Thank you.
glad you just mentioned that, and with all the very or excellent examples you cited about the production, about the care home from one care home to multiple care homes, which is very, very excellent. And that is what I think consultants should do. They should be solution focused.
Thank you very much. I want to add to what you've just pointed out. A good consultant can behave like a fly on the wall in observing what goes on. In fact, in order to consult in any field, the, the most important characteristic is to analyze, to observe and analyze as a non-participant. Because participants are so busy. In fact, sometimes they are chasing their tails. You know very well the life that a typical entrepreneur lives. They don't have time to waste. In fact, some of them are facing serious divorce cases because the wife says, "You don't give me attention." Okay. That's why I warn you to go into business. You'll have to be prepared to work harder than any employer would make you do 9 to 5. Now, in order to be able to advise people who are always chasing their tails, they are so busy flat out how to improve the bottom line, how to do things better, how to write a new standard operating procedure in order to achieve better results. And it's never good enough. The boss is always on your back. It's never good enough. But in order to be able to analyze and advise someone like that, the consultant needs to have eyes behind his head. You need to have eyes everywhere to watch and observe and analyze. That is one of the things we train consultants to be, to analyze what's going on. Sometimes with your hands at your back, just going in the factory, looking at what is going on now and how it can be done better. So basically, yes, you're right. Analysis and synthesis, and then communicating the result of what you have observed, and communicating how it will impact the bottom line, because at the end of the day, that is what you will be accountable for. So yes, thank you very much for pointing out the importance of observation and analysis to the consultants.
Thank you, Doctor. And one thing I also liked about the last comment is, you said these entrepreneurs and business owners will be so busy, some with family problems, and having so much also to do in the business. And I think that is true because, and this is the reason why maybe a consultant may be hired. The reason being that maybe because the problem is right under their nose, under the nose of the entrepreneur or the business owner, they aren't going to see it. And this is the reason why they call you in as an observer, as an outsider, to be able to point what they can't see that you can see as an outsider. So I really like that, Doctor, and I like the explanation. I like the way you gave the examples and the way you linked them to practical examples, home and within the business environment. So I think I would now, summarize everything that we have discussed here as we get into the end of the program. What Doctor has said is that consulting is applying your skill and expertise in your field to solving clients' problems. Doctor said that, and then you also said that consultants might give directions, solve problems. Yes, and another important thing Doctor said here is that sharing your expertise with clients. That's the consultants must share their expertise with the clients, and this is why this is the reason you may be hired or probably brought into the picture. Otherwise, they wouldn't need you because you
No.
have stake in the business, isn't it?
Yes.
And then the last one that you just said is they have to study, observe, analyze, and provide solutions. So as a consultant, these are some of the four main things that you can, do to be a top-notch consultant. And then also we've also discussed who a consultant is. And out of that, we got those, answers here and how to, monetize your expertise. And the time is today if you want to monetize your expertise, just like Doctor said. He said there isn't any specific set time. If you want to know procrastination, it's just today. You have to start it today and get the guidance, get the coaching from us from Skills Pro. Our number is Dr. Macris' number is 00447950337849. I repeat the number again, 00447950337849. The number last time again, 00447950337849. And myself, Owusu Atakra, my number is 07500 07500 I repeat the number again, 07500 You have to, if you are calling from outside UK, you have to add a +44 or 0044. But if you are calling within UK here, you can just dial direct as 07500 and I will just link you to Dr. Macri if you want. If you are also calling from UK direct, the number again for Dr. Macri is 079 50337849. And later on, if you get in touch, you might get all the necessary information that you need to join the course. In fact, you have the expertise, but you need the guidance, you need the skills to become, a top-notch consultant, to start your own consultancy firm.
Also, can I just quickly add that nowadays it probably will be more convenient, and if it is, then use it. Get on with by email. Email your interest. Ask questions by email. The email is one of the best things about the internet, that you can, in a short time, get into and explain yourself, ask questions. And so we're going to tell you the emails of both Mr. Atakura and myself, so that you have two ways of getting through, either a phone call or send an email.
Yes, so I'm putting my email there, and I'll put Dr. Macris' email there. Mine is Owusu Atakra, Owusu, in the comment. So I've put my email in the comment, and I think that's where I know to put it for now, but I'll set for where to put it next time. So it's Owusu Atakora at ymail.com. And then I'm going to look for doctors and paste it there for you. So please just bear with me, doctor and viewers. I'll be with you in a minute. I'm looking for doctor's email and then paste it there. Just one moment, doctor. Looking for your email.
I have just pasted it, but it's easy. It's one of the easy ones.
Okay,
It's,
you've pasted it, yeah?
well,
good.
it's hamakri@yahoo.co.uk.
Okay, so H.
Now, obviously, these days of GDPR, I'm giving permission hereby for you to use my email in contacting me.
Thank you.
I would imagine all details we have given so far will be used in connection with Skills Pro, with consulting, and what we are trying to talk about. We are now gradually becoming a family,
Yes.
a tribe that are interested in consulting. You can see Owusu really radiates consulting. You can see it in the passion with which you are able to discuss consulting. Some of the questions you've asked are fantastic, and then the comments you've done. So I really appreciate it if people could get in touch by any of these means. And certainly we're going to be live again in another 1 week or so to talk about these things some more. But one last thing that I just quickly remembered that a consultant does, apart from analyzing, is research. I am sure that is one of the reasons I said to be a good consultant, you have to have not degree level qualification, but the ability to stick to one topic and dig out everything about it. That is what universities call research. You have to not give up until you find a solution to what the entrepreneur has explained to you he has a problem with. So analyze, research, and communicate the results
to the client.
To the client. Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Doctor. So on
and
this,
get in touch.
yes, we are bringing the show to an end, and we thank all our viewers. We thank you, Doctor, for being part of the show. It's been an interesting one, and I'm glad to have you on the show. I've learned a lot. Today myself, and I'm quite sure our viewers and those who are yet to watch the video will also learn a lot from this, and they will get in touch with you or myself, and I will pass over them to you. Thank you, Doctor, once again, and
thank you very much
for showing up.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your dedication.
Thank you, Doctor.